Welcome to University of Bohol, a premier university transforming lives for a great future, with its mission to provide a holistic education anchored on the trinity of virtues: scholarship, character, and service. The university believes in achieving its goals: development of self-reliant, self-sufficient, and globally competent students equipped with relevant knowledge and skills. Achievement of aspirations towards socially acceptable ends: God-fearing, charitable, and morally upright. Empowerment of students to be mindful of the needs of others and render unselfish service to God, country, and fellow men. Commitment to love of country through the exercise of rights and duties as responsible citizens. The University Seal. The University Seal bears the symbol of the fervency of the University of Bohol to be faithful to her mission of providing holistic education to the students. At the center is a burning flame of knowledge anchored on the three stripes of yellow, red, and blue, the trinity of virtues, for which the University of Bohol stands: scholarship, character, and service. It is the dictum of the university that whoever comes into the trinity of virtues shall be led from darkness to light and unfettered from poverty. The University of Bohol was originally named Rafael Palma College after the greatest scholar of his time, the late Dr. Rafael Palma. Its history is an account of how a group of public and civic-spirited citizens of the province of Bohol ventured to establish an educational institution to answer a long-felt need of college education to those who could not afford to study outside the province. Rising from the ashes of World War II in 1946, the Boholanos welcomed with anticipation the birth of a local college whose first members of the Board of Trustees were Dr. Pio C. Castro, President; Mr. Mariano Rocha, Vice President; Attorney Felix Magdales, Secretary; Mr. Catalino Castillo, Treasurer; and Attorney Donato Gallia, member. The first permits for the pioneer courses were granted by the Bureau of Private Schools on June 10, 1946 through the earnest efforts of Attorney Victoriano D. Tirol Sr. The idea in the minds of the founders was to establish a non-sectarian, non-profit, and non-political school that would offer affordable, quality education. The school thrives from subscription of public-spirited citizens who, without any personal interest, have devoted themselves to the cause of raising the educational and cultural horizon of people. The college admitted to her halls 622 students in July 1946. Since then, she had increased in size and influence far beyond the dreams of the founders, despite adversities, prejudice, and inadequate revenues. The institution provides instruction in higher and postgraduate education. It also offers education at the secondary, elementary, and pre-elementary levels. The institution, which was founded with hope, faith, and prayer by more than 224 stockholders, has now become the first university in the province of Bohol. It opened with 622 students in 1946 and since then has steadily grown in number. To meet the demands of a growing college, the founders and stockholders decided to construct a 5-story administration building in 1965 despite difficulties and scarcity of funds. Inspired by the completion of a gigantic project and pressed by the challenges of time, the founders, management, and school community worked hard to go beyond being just a college. Sparked by enthusiasm and courage, the administration applied for the university status in 1969. On October 16, 1970, the Secretary of Education, Onofre D. Corpus, granted the charter for University of Bohol. On December 11, 1970, President Attorney Victoriano D. Tirol Sr. was installed. President Carlos P. Garcia, fourth President of the Philippines, graced the installation and gave a fitting tribute to the founding of the university. After becoming a university, it continued to develop its campus to accommodate a growing number of students from different parts of the country. Later, it expanded the opening of allied medical programs, nursing, pharmacy, midwifery, physical therapy, and occupational therapy. On March 24, 1998, the University of Bohol installed its second president, Attorney David B. Tirol, who pledged before God and his constituents that he will carry on the vision of the institution. Under his leadership, it revisited the need for formal accreditation of its programs to upgrade instruction. It applied for accreditation under PAASCU for its core programs. On December 11, 2010, it installed its third president, Dr. Victoriano B. Tirol Jr., who rallied the University of Bohol to a new direction of a great future. Along with instructional upgrading, the university charted a strategic roadmap to ensure relevance and competitiveness in the academia. It was during this time that aggressive physical expansion of the university took place to include the construction of the modern UB-VDT ALC campus. On December 12, 2014, its fourth president, Dr. Nuevas T. Montes, was installed to lead the university in embracing the challenge of transition. The prioritized agenda in her term are aggressive harmonization of policies and systems. It also took the challenge to meet the requirements of the K-12 implementations and ASEAN integration preparedness. On April 1, 2018, Dr. Victoriano B. Tirol III assumed as the fifth president of the oldest university in Bohol, was formally installed in December 11, 2018. His youthful demeanor brought a shift for change and creativity in expanding the institution. Taking on the sturdy legacy of the past leaders, he promised to focus on educational innovations. However, the university also faced difficult challenges. It experienced the impact of student activism and labor problems in the early 1990s. In 1999, a fire razed 60% of the university's structure to the ground. A 7.2 magnitude earthquake hit the province on October 15, 2013. The structure in the university suffered major, although not critical damage. Now, becoming wiser after learning from the painful lessons, it has resolved to put into effect new approaches, systems, and directions to meet innermost challenges. The institution, now in its 70 years of existence and after 46 years of becoming a university, has remained steadfast to her ideals and traditions. It has continually produced prominent people who are leaders in the community. It takes pride of its graduates who top in board examinations and who successfully work their way, faithful to the mission of the institution. It has now established its roots, firm and steadfast in faith, hope, and prayer.